be, I guess when you were talking about love of the Palestinian woman giving her kidney to the Israeli woman, is there a chance that could be a more complex form of instinct, or a lot of what you call, like, you know, like love or transcendence, or like social norms, just more complex forms of fight or flight, reproduction, you know, and eating?
Oh, I do. I'm an inveterate optimist. I look back from when I was a kid. You know, I wasn't always in the convent, you know. And just to make something clear that a lot of people don't understand, I am not a nun. I'm a sister. A nun is cloistered and wears a distinctive dress and is in a monastery. I'm a sister, which means I'm running around with people doing everything from being presidents of colleges to being scientists. Nuns and sisters are similar, but they're not the same. That's just a side point. By being an inveterate optimist, I mean that when I go back to my childhood and when I see how things were done by my parents and how I grew up in the 30s and in the 40s, yes, I'm that old, and as I went through that, we have come a long way, baby, in a lot of things. My mother would get very, very upset when she saw what was happening to things. She would say to me, Carla May, when I think about it, I really get scared. I thank God she has died. She'd be off flipping her lid if she saw what was happening. I watch, you know, talking about optimism, I watch as we have a Europe that's fighting to keep the euro. Why should they care? Why do they want to come together? Why does Chardin talk about the conglomerating of cells from a single cell to a complex and then moving? I don't think evolution is over at all. I think we're still in the flow of it, and we don't know what we shall be. I think when I was a kid, people put signs in their windows because people were in the war. They had stars and banners in their windows. And then Korea and Vietnam came, and we don't like war anymore. What's happening to consciousness regarding smoking? People laugh and say, you'll never change that. We've been doing it for years. Well, yes, we are changing it. What is moving? What is going on? You know, that's why I say, yes, I do. I see it. I see something constantly moving us forward, and I see something pulling us, absolutely pulling us. You know, and it's sociological, it's political, it's medical, it's mathematical, and religious.
I think we have come a long way in terms of evolution. You talked about, you know, is love and self-sacrifice, I guess, complex forms of instincts. And, you know, social emotions and basically everything but basic replication. For, you know, life spent like 3/4 of the time of the last 3.8 billion years just getting good at basic replication, and all the interesting stuff didn't start taking place till the last quarter. So pretty much everything after that is something else that's not directly related to replication. It all contributes to replication, but it contributes to it in a vast array of different contexts. And so between escalation and competition, and especially for our species, evolving language in context of, you know, of each other and maybe other similar species that we beat out a few million years ago, you know, we have a mental platform that has all sorts of interesting social emotions that can be completely independent of reproduction. We may one day completely divorce ourselves as a species from reproduction and, you know, eating and going to the bathroom and all of the, you know, all of the banal functions of life. We may be able to create a a version of ourselves that's purely based on the mental life, because that's what we really care about. So, yeah, we've come a long way and we have some ways to go.